My name is Lady Bree, and I am glad to be here introducing you to our program tonight. See, it's 2021 and we're still inside, but young people are still creating amazing art, connecting and working to improve their lives by being a part of the NeON Nexus. NeON Works has employed over 150 youth this summer alone, and these young people have worked 3 days a week taking part in professional development workshops, working with guest presenters from all the NeON Works sites, and collaborating with art partners. In this program, you'll get to hear firsthand accounts from young people about their experience with NeON Summer. Right now, we'll shout out some of the young people and these specific entities. The New York City Men's Initiative, Anna M. Bermudez, the New York City Probation Commissioner, Neighborhood Opportunity Network Team, the NeON team, Carnegie Hall Whale Music Institute, NeON Arts, and the Made in New York Animation Project. And before we head out, I have to make sure we show love to NeON Works providers, America Works, Center for Community Alternatives, Brooklyn Community Services, Community Mediation Services, Center for Court Innovation, Neighbors in Action, Exodus Transitional Community, and the Osborne Association. I am extremely excited to see what these young people have for you, as I know it will be amazing. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
And again, this is just a moment in the time of their life. There's much more that came before they got to the garden to use their magic powers. And there's going to be a lot more that comes after they've succeeded, right? Like maybe it's what they're going to do next, but we're just capturing a moment. So thinking a little bit more just in this moment, not having to worry so much about what's to come.
One character, one setting, and we're going to keep it within the 30-second time of it. So we can have indications of them being in a classroom, like we can have like tables and maybe notebooks and stuff around them, so they're in class.
Wow, just from this first panel, I'm totally taken into like, I want to know what's going on. I'm very curious, right? So much can be told in just one simple drawing. That's proof. Wow. So take this in. This is each of your creations. So much being told. So much. And really tapping into the idea of trials and tribulations and how one works through it and gets to the other side. Lovely to bring it back to that point that I started us out with this morning, is that we're just about halfway through. So as we are going through the animation pipeline, we started in pre-production. So we started gathering images together, that's where we put our mood board together to gain our inspiration for character design. Then we moved into creating your phenomenal character. Then we moved into creating a 3-part story. So we got an essence of who the character was, and put together a moment in the life of this character in a storyboard. So we captured this 3-part story, expanded it into a more extended visual story, kind of like a comic strip. And then we landed on this animatic, so adding in sound, adding in camera angles and motion, which then took us to this week, where we began with giving you an intro into the 3D modeling world. So moving out of pre-production into now production. So let's do a little review and get Jillian and Jalen up to our speed here.
Yeah, do you think I should show the character sheet first, and then we can watch the
Sure.
cinematic?
Yeah, it's always great to continue to reflect and review all of your hard work each step of the way. And we'll take you into today, where we're going to layer in texturing.
So let me put the character sheet first. So as a recap on our character, like we said, we had started out with character design, and we all came up together with this character here. They are a 6-year-old half galaxy character, so galaxy means like far from Earth, out.
Just tell the truth.
Don't get mad, but listen to me.
Transfer into a work environment. Give me an example of how you would use that in a work environment.
Maybe I could be ringing up for customers, all dip on the cash register while still keeping a conversation with them.
Great.
This is a nice program if you want to learn how to carry yourself into other jobs. In this program, I am learning how to step up to carry myself into another and more difficult job. For example, like if I want to go from this job to like a job as a cashier or a librarian, this job teaches you like how to answer questions right, how to look, how to carry yourself, and I appreciate this about that.
You had to have a handle. Okay, so I asked the question. I said, what is a skill that you possess, or a series of skills, or a number of skills that you possess, and how would you be able to use those skills or utilize those skills in a work environment, in a work setting?
I'm good at persuading people. So like if my boss needs help with something and I am busy with something, I can persuade her to let me finish what I'm doing first. Then
working in NeON Summer it's been a really fun learning experience, and I feel like it's a very inviting community. Like, I enjoy working here, and I feel like I'm learning a lot, and I feel like I'm welcome here. I enjoy working in NeON Summer.
I appreciate NeON because it teaches me how to be a better worker, and it tells me about more skills on how to be a better worker. And I enjoy it because they make the learning environment fun and interesting.
Thank you, Dante.
Another useful skill I learned in the workplace is how to communicate. You have to know how to speak to people, whether it's over the phone or in person. You must keep a positive tone. Let's say a customer needs your help to find a certain shoe and you don't think you have it. You don't say, you probably don't have it anymore. Instead, you say, sure, I'll check to see if I can find it. You have to be polite. If you're not, you'll be sure to have problems with your boss. Many times you find yourself in a position where you don't feel like being nice. That's when patience and self-control come in.
I would like to thank NeON for giving me this opportunity to engage with them for the 6-week program. From there, they helped me in regards to bettering my time management. From there, helping me with the skills that I'll need later on in the work, that we use later on in the workforce. From there, with the help of NeON, from there I have improved my time management. I have the ability to be able to maintain going to NeON and working for NYSHA as well. So from there, I thank them for that. The diversity, the different topics, the discussions.
So the question is, how does Joss Beth's self-control benefit her in the workplace? Anybody would like to answer this question? Because we see that there is something happening here. And now you see why. Excuse me? What you said, Mari?
If you don't have self-control in the workplace and people are just constantly bugging you, you're gonna explode. You're gonna go off on everything. But if you have self-control, you know how to control that until the end of the day when work is over.
Great point. Thank you so much for that.
And it benefited me a lot because it will teach me what to do in my future jobs, like how to conduct myself, not to be nervous and other things. And I'm excited to join the call every morning. Like I have alarm stuff to make me join so I can know what to do in my future jobs. And I'm enjoying it so far.
Working in the NeON Summer Program, my experience has been really amazing. I connect to a lot of people, even the adults. I feel like this environment is really helping me grow as a person, and it's just making me learn more about people as a whole.
You?
What?
You. No. Oh. Aha. Yay.
Ibrahim sent some fire over the weekend.
Oh, yes. Woo! So we just got some examples of codes that you or someone you know lives by.
My name is Issa. My grandmother always said pay it forward. Pay it forward pretty much means do right by others and give back to the community, because it'll come back to you 10 times fold.
Thomas, share your dope rule.
My rule was to always be true to who I am, no matter who is watching.
So, Indira dropped one in the chat. She said, be fearless and continue to create goals, even when you've made it to the top.
Mic drop.
Renee and Marky about to have, that's like the name of a production duo already right there.
I know, right? R&M. That's how we go.
What's a rose in your life? What's a thorn in your life? Layla, I see your hands up. Go for it.
I think a rose would be that yesterday I found out that I would be graduating a little early from my major, but then a thorn is that I have to take many classes this coming semester. So
Usman?
Lord in my life is the people that encourage me and help me to achieve my goal, and don't want to be in the obstacles I face that try to stop me from achieving my goal.
Rika not.
A rose in my life is maybe my little sister, and the thorn is her disturbing me, but I love her. So she's the rose and she's the thorn.
Oh.
Usually when I was making the beats in the past, like I was usually using a loop. Those like instruments usually were machines. They were like in the machine class. So if you click on the instrument, it shows like a list of instruments, and then there's like categories for those instruments. And I chose Brampton because I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. And it also sounded like I made the beat. I made the bass trap beat that you gave us. And then I tested it out with like different instruments, and then I started like playing around with the beat. So like I added snares in like different areas, seeing if it sounded right, and if it didn't, then I would just undo it. And then I did that for like each of the instruments, and eventually I came to this beat.
Usman, you got your hands up? Go ahead.
One skill I'm really good at is time management. I'm able to finish the work in the time provided. One interest I have is computer science, and I'm curious about learning new languages because until now I have learned some languages that would help me in my future career.
Jalen said I have analytic skills.
What do you mean by that, Jalen?
I would say that I feel like I'm fairly good at breaking down data and putting it to different aspects of whatever I'm doing. Like I can do that pretty well.
One of my favorite discussions we've had in our On My Way group is when participants discuss what they wanted to be when they grew up, when they were small kids, and what they want to be now. So some people have changed their mind completely, and others have not only held fast a childhood dream, but they had already made a plan of what they need to do now in early adulthood to achieve it.
We learn personal skills to help us go into the real world for jobs or apply in jobs we already have. I'm having a lot of fun learning about art, learning the history behind art. The icebreakers, the people in it are very fun and very interactive and very helpful, very accepting. It's an amazing place to be, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Enjoy having the guest speakers come every week and come up with new creative topics that kept the whole class engaged. That was one of the most interesting parts of the whole summer program.
This summer's NeON Works has taught me 3 things so far. 1. How to act in a professional environment. 2. About art and design, something that I absolutely love. And 3. Learning about the guest speakers' experiences and how I can grow.
Listen to this. I think it's super inspirational.
I had a professor that said I didn't have the pedigree or ideas or skill set to sort of work in any sort of important context. So every no is perfect for me. I thrive off a no.
It was interesting to hear the fact that he was more or less wanted to just be the intern that sat in the office with Tinker to see who created the sneaker idea.
Because I'm here to answer your questions, educate, and inspire.
I feel like I'm really supported by my family because they allow me to study what I want and they give me like the materials needed to do that.
I really like the music video. They used the printers to they timed the pages really well, I guess. Right. So it created a really cool visual effect.
Today we're gonna cover 1975 to 1979. They just randomly put stuff out there and started to get people to think.
It says Samuel as the outraged outcry of an urban dweller.
Akash, can you tell me what this means to you?
I think it's saying that people should stop overthinking things.
Okay, Ezine, why did you choose this image?
Well, I liked how it represented people of different backgrounds, like identities and stuff like that. And I feel like Gen Z, especially, they're a diverse group of people.
This shows to me as in there's a diversity and people do the same thing.
If there's anything that represents Staten Island, you got to get on that ferry, right?
Like when I was in high school, I usually went to Manhattan like a few times a week. So riding the ferry was the most enjoyable part of my commute.
I think it's the new normal because of now it's not as safe as before. Before you could go out and just do it, like play but now it's not safe. You don't know who's out with your kids. Right. And so I think this is the new norm.
Did you enjoy the art history lesson today?
Yeah, I enjoyed it so far. Really, it's cool when I learned who helped create the Jordan sneaker.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't really know a lot about Basquiat before this.
The part of him getting his accident, I enjoyed it. I learned a lot about this artist.
Bubbly, assertive, sweet, quirky, unique, imaginary, adventurous teacher. Check it out.